In Nairobi alone, residents use 700 tons of charcoal per day. Out of this, about 88 tons of charcoal dust is produced daily as a result of breakages during transportation and while handling them. Evans Njogona, a charcoal vendor in Kiserian, has been in the business for the last 13 years and says, in a sack of charcoal, one can get about half a bucket of charcoal dust, which is a huge loss.
Kwa wiki moja nasauza gunia kitu kama 20, pengine 15 kulingana na vile kasi inakuja. Tunamwaga gunia, tukimwaga gunia unapata kitu kama faida ya shilingi 200 na inaenda na hasara kwa sababu hiyo mchanga tukipakulia huko msituni inakuwa tunawekewa mchanga mingi sana na hiyo mchanga ndio inaleta hasara.
Over the years though, since the introduction of charcoal briquettes, the dust is often found at retail and wholesale stands where charcoal is sold.
Ile mchanga naye inatoka kwa hiyo makaa inatoka tunauza na 150.
Charcoal briquettes are made from waste such as sawdust, sugarcane bagasse, coffee husks, wheat straws, maize cobs and charcoal dust. Briquetting is a new technology that uses biomass waste to make charcoal production in form of solid blocks or pellets. Dr. Mary Njenga, a researcher with ICRAF Kenya, who has conducted research on briquettes in Kenya, says that unlike normal charcoal, briquettes burn without smoke and dangerous emissions, therefore reducing indoor air pollution, a major cause of respiratory diseases.
If you are using fresh sawdust, the way it is, and then you carbonize it, you reduce, for example, the fine particulate matter by about 90%. And it's important to do that because the fine particulate matter is one of the particles that get into the respiratory system. And then once it gets to the respiratory system, it's one of the main causes of respiratory infections.
Using briquettes for cooking, especially in peri-urban and informal settlement, is considered to put Kenya on the map for the fight against environmental degradation.
Briquetting technology is adopted, and we are able to produce briquettes, for example, from residues, organic residues, whether it's sawdust, charcoal dust, maize cob, coconut shells. Then that means we reduce the demand for charcoal. We reduce the demand for firewood. What that means is that we reduce the number of trees that we are cutting down. We save trees.
Apart from being environmental friendly, charcoal briquettes have the potential of boosting income earnings in the already thriving charcoal industry in Kenya.
You are able to reduce the expenditure of cooking energy in your house by 70%. And if you purchase, for example, people are making briquettes and you purchase from them, then you reduce by almost about 50% and reduce the cost of cooking energy. Then you can be able to use that income for other purposes.
Peter Mogaka, having used briquettes and experienced its advantages and realizing the gap and the need for cooking fuel, decided to venture into briquetting. It was not an easy start for him as he was conned twice. This did not deter him from pursuing this business. Using his engineering skills, he decided to create his own machine.
Because I've conned twice, I became smarter. So what I did was I went out in the market and said, if these two guys can con me over something very simple, and I've got engineering knowledge, why can't I just do it? I started making machines myself.
He has made different kinds of machines, from 5 horsepower single phase, and can even make 3-phase too with higher horsepower.
We make different capacities of machines based on the gears we get. If we get high-powered gear, we make high-end machines. Now, for us to be able to demonstrate to the customer what type of machines we have and the capacity, we normally have high, medium, and low.
He produces both the machines and makes the briquettes. For the briquettes, his main market is institutions, hotels, as well as homesteads. He has a larger market for the machines, with people coming all the way from the neighboring countries.
My focus is that I do less of the briquettes and more of the machines, so that by doing less, it means that my customers existing, I refer them to my partners, the people who have bought the machines from us.
According to Peter, the demand is too high for him to satisfy. He therefore works with women and youth groups and individuals who wish to venture into briquette making business. Both Peter Mogaka and Dr. Mary Jenga, a bioenergy researcher, believe the future of green energy is bright in Kenya and are calling on people to embrace the use of sustainable and renewable energy such as charcoal briquettes. Marete Selvin, GBS News.